Alright, time for freezer project number 2. Now what I have here, this is a juvenile seagull, which is my first ever finding a dead one on the side of the road. Anyway, so what we're going to do with him is we're going to take his wings off. That's the only part of him I'm going to save. There's wings in his feet. So let's see what we can do with him, and then we'll inspect the rest of them and see what we got. All right, here we have a wing, and we're going to take that wing off. I don't have to cut through very much here, so let me get out my trusty X-Acto blade and well, the only thing left to do is just cut. Wow, I can see we're going to have difficulties with this one. Anyway. Okay, at this point in the game, I'm cutting on the bird where the joints in the wing are, so we're going to detach it from, on a chicken we'd have the drumette, and then we'd have the wing part. So what I'm going to do is, like with the other bird that I did, I'm going to see if I can dislocate the wing. There we go. We got a good dislocation here. And let's see if we can't get through it. Luckily, this bird is dead, so he doesn't feel a thing. But yeah, I found him on the side of the sidewalk as I was driving through Nemarnes. I believe it was somewhere up near the County Fair Mall, because it's usually between there and the fast food joints. Like McDonald's, A&W, Burger King that we have in Nemarnes, where seagulls like to hang out because they're scavengers and they pick up whatever they can find. Anyway, I'm not sure exactly how he died, but I'm calling him roadkill for now. That sort of thing. Anyway, we got a good dislocation. It's just a matter of sawing through the wing. And there we go. We have a perfectly good looking seagull wing. Alright, so that's that. Time for the other side, I would imagine. I'm not going to record the other wing being removed because it's basically the same procedure. I will be recording the removal of his feet, which are right there. Anyway.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, wing 2 is causing me some significant issues. It's a little bit more difficult to remove than the first wing. I do have a good dislocation going here, but it's just a matter of cutting between the bones. I know I said I wasn't going to record this, but wow. I am recording it because it's fun recording your hobbies. And I'm probably dawing this X-Acto blade out pretty good. Alright, seems like, there we go. Wing number 2 of a juvenile seagull. Okay, now to tackle the feet. Now, with the mallard duck, I noticed yesterday that his feet were really, really bright, kind of yellow. But this guy, his feet sort of match the color that he is, in that they're kind of like a dull brown color, kind of like he is. He hasn't matured yet. I don't know if his feet color will change as he matures. That is something that I don't know about. Anyway, I found a joint here that separates the drumstick from his foot. So I'm going to bend it backwards and dislocate it. Maybe do a little turn. Alright, I got it, a good dislocation going here. And all I gotta do is saw through it. Try not to cut my hands in the process. This is difficult. His elbow skin, where that joint is, it's really freaking tough. And it's just hanging now by a tendon, which I pulled out. That will be removed later, but look it. We have a seagull foot. All right, here we go with foot number 2. Jeez, it's getting kind of warm in here. All right, let's dislocate that leg bone. All right, there's a bunch of cracking going on. Let's see if we can't cut through it this way. First slice. See if we can't. All right. that tenon. That's comes out, I guess. I think that's the seagull's tenon, like I call it the Hercules tenon. I can't pronounce that. The Achilles tenon, maybe. The tenon that if you don't have it, you can't walk. At this point, I'm just moving the seagull and keeping my knife still. Oh, this one has two tenons that are attached. They kind of feel like weeds that you pull out of the garden, like brand new weeds, I guess. Anyway, we have 2 wings and 2 feet from the seagull. Alright, put the X-Acto blade away. Now, let's take a look at his face, because not a lot of people see seagulls up close. So let's just look at his face. See if we can't get his beak apart. Oh yeah. Seagull beak. Let's take a look inside, see what we can see. This is pretty cool. If I knew how to preserve beaks and remove them, then I would, but I don't. Anyway, this is Mr. Seagull, or Mrs. Seagull. Can't really know which, but anyway. Thank you for accompanying me on my second wing and foot removal of the seagull. Okay, so here's a little extra part. So these feet with the tenons, I'm just gonna see if I can cut them off, because I don't want that part. I just want the feet. I don't want any of the goop attached to it. Seagull tenons. Well, alright, enjoy.